identity shifting. If you are familiar with my content, you know that I talk about belief systems as apps. They are not you, they are programs that are running in the background of your subconscious mind. You've always had issues with money, okay? That's one app. Now you have another app where your relationships are centered, then you have an app where your friendships are, okay? So I want you to evaluate all of these apps, all these areas of your 3D experience, and see what belief systems you have going on in each of those apps, okay? So if for money, you're saying that you've always been broke, money is hard to come by, you gotta work hard for money, and those are the beliefs that are coming down naturally when you write them, you want to fucking rearrange shit, don't you? Because that app, just like an app on your phone, has been running there and it's taking up memory, right? That's why sometimes you get a pop-up on your phone and it'll say, you know, such and such app is using a lot of memory. Do you want to close the app? Do you want to delete it? Or whatever the case, right? So in this case, yes, you want your shit money app to be deleted from your psyche, okay? And you want to install a new money app that is running free and smooth, right? Because resistance also causes things to slow down because the energy is denser, but that's another topic. So you want to work on that money app. Now, everyone is different. That's why I'm going to say that whatever technique worked for motherfucker A, it doesn't mean it's gonna work for motherfucker B or Z or Q or whoever the fuck it is, okay? You are an individual, so you have to find what works for you. Some individuals can look at their apps and they can say, oh, you know what, I don't like this shit. I identify in this very moment as a new motherfucker, and then I conduct myself as such in every moment, okay? Because the only moment is now, so the only moment that is important is now. It doesn't matter what happened before. It doesn't even matter what happened fucking 6 seconds ago. It doesn't matter what's gonna happen tomorrow or 2 weeks from now, okay? Your focus is now. So if your focus is you want to identify as a wealthy motherfucker, that's in your God spotlight, that is your focal point, you're going to eliminate everything from the former app, the app of the old man, that is saying that that is not true. Because remember, you are creating everything. So if you've had a belief system, you're still pushing that outward with your energy, and then you're magnetizing these 3D circumstances and individuals to show you what you are focused on in that story of being a broke motherfucker. So now you identify as a wealthy motherfucker. How are you conducting yourself throughout the day? Are you afraid to circulate money? Are you fucking looking for sales? Are you putting shit down? Are you putting shit back on the shelf because you are saying you can't afford it? That is not how a wealthy motherfucker conducts himself, my friend. So if you've declared it once, but you notice that your actions in the 3D, and again, actions don't mean that you go out and buy a lotto ticket every day, okay, obsessively. Actions mean who are you being in the moment where you're not thinking about your desire, but that app is running in the background. So let's say you go to the fucking grocery store, okay, and you're not thinking about your desire, you're just there to literally fucking shop. You pick up something, you look at the fucking price tag, and then you're like, oh, I gotta put this back. Why? Because you already made the declaration that you are a wealthy motherfucker, so why the fuck would you need to put something back? Do you see what I'm saying? So if you've done that and you're still conducting yourself as a broke motherfucker, that means that you want to get this new story, this new app, this new program embedded in your psyche, because clearly it is not embedded. Clearly the old app is still there running the show, and you don't want that shit no more. You could do this for every area. You could do it for a relationship. You could do it for career. You could do it for health. You could do it for body image, okay? Who are you identifying as when you're not thinking about the fucking desire, right? When you look in the mirror, you're not thinking about your desire. You're just like, all right, let me make sure that I look presentable to go on the street today. And then you start nitpicking at things that you perceive as flaws, but yet you declare that you are so attractive, and everyone always thinks you're fucking amazing and handsome and beautiful. But then you look in the mirror and you start noticing flaws. That's not the identity of a motherfucker who knows that they're attractive. You see what I'm saying? If your SP don't fucking text you back within 3 seconds, and you start, oh my God, what are they doing? They must be doing this. They must be doing that. Like chaos goes in your head, but you weren't thinking about it. You were just genuinely texting them, and then the conversation got a little dry for like 10 minutes, and you're like, oh no. But you identify as a motherfucker who's loved and chosen and prioritized. A motherfucker who knows and identifies as being loved and chosen and prioritized ain't gonna freak out if the SP don't text them back right away, because they know that they're chosen, they know that they're loved, and they know that they're prioritized. It ain't gonna affect them. So this is how you can tell if you've made a declaration of change for one of these apps. You want to just remove that app and install a new one, but you're still operating day to day from the version of you that still has that app running in the background. This is when you want to do techniques, and techniques are different for everyone, okay? I don't want to sit here and tell you what I personally do or what individuals that I have worked with personally do, because they are not you. Okay, you know how your mind operates better than anyone else. But I will tell you this, just as like a little heads up. If you're someone who's sitting there and you really want to visualize, okay, but you keep saying that you don't know how to visualize, you can't do it, that's still a fucking belief system. So the belief systems are always fucking operating, bro. They're just stories that you're telling yourself. And even if it's been true for as long as you can remember, guess what? Now the moment is brand new. So you don't operate by that belief system anymore. You don't abide by those rules. So you can say, I'm a master visualizer. And you keep saying that at a certain point, or maybe instantaneously, guess what? You're going to be visualizing like a fucking boss because you said so. So you can even unconsciously declare limitations on the way that you manifest. Just like you even needing a technique, it's a belief system. You don't need a technique. You can just say, this is who I am, this is what I want, it's done. Go about your life, don't think about it, shit could pop up tomorrow. But if you don't identify as a motherfucker who can just claim something once and then have it happen without worrying about it, it's not going to happen for you, because it's still your belief. So look at what you even believe about manifestation. If you believe that you have to feel it real, friend, then that's how it's gonna fucking play out for you. So you don't need a technique. You can declare it and move as though you are that motherfucker now, and be mindful in each moment how you are operating. Are you someone who's putting shit back on the shelf at the grocery store? Are you someone who's freaking out if your SP doesn't text you for 10 minutes? Are you someone who starts nitpicking every time you look in the mirror, right? The beliefs are everywhere. They fucking sneaky motherfuckers. They creep up on you. You don't even know that they're fucking there, even with the manifestation techniques. So if you're saying you can't visualize and you believe that you have to feel it real, you just put a fucking box on it. If you're saying I'm a master manifester, I'm the ultimate visualization fucking boss, that's still a belief system, okay? But it serves you, so you could keep that app fucking running. So beware of any limiting beliefs that you might have in terms of how all this shit works, okay? Because there's so much fucking information out there, but if there is something that you have found, you just do naturally, right? You just naturally start envisioning pleasant scenes in your mind, then that's the option you want to go. And you want to do it as much as you can. If you're someone who likes scripting or journaling, writing shit out, and then reading it over and saying, oh, look at how beautiful my life is, I just wrote it, and then, you know, then that's what you're going to do. But you have to find something that works for you, and how do you know it's going to work for you? It's not going to feel forced. You're not going to mind doing it, because you don't want manifestation techniques to turn into a chore, because then you're not going to want to do them. Okay, so you want to find something that you enjoy doing, that you feel comfortable and peaceful doing, and then you're going to roll with that. And you don't need to look for another technique just because someone else said that this technique worked for them. You're not them. That's it. Now, the thing that I will tell you in terms of manifesting, this is not even a technique. I guess they would call it, you know, they would put it under the term mental diet. But really, everyone, okay, this is universal. Everyone has an inner dialogue. Everyone is thinking to themselves, talking to themselves in their minds, okay? Now, obviously, we know that you are the observer of these thoughts. You're not the thoughts themselves. But because the thought is the one that sparks the ignition for the desire to be created into coming into your 3D realm, you have to be mindful of your fucking thoughts. You have to be mindful of how you are thinking about things. So again, this is tried and true, okay? And this is not, you don't need to sit and robotically affirm unless that's something you enjoy doing. But you want to be mindful of your daily mental diet, like the scenario that I mentioned in the beginning. You're in the grocery store. You're not thinking about your desire, okay? But you pick up something and you put it back down because that voice told you that you can't afford that. You got to save your money. Who was that? Who was that voice, bro? That wasn't you because you observed it, right? So that voice wasn't you. That's coming from the fucking app that's running in the background. When you are really on top of the thoughts that you're thinking, even when you're not actively manifesting, even though you are always actively manifesting, but when you're not like trying to do something in your mind, you're not trying to be consciously aware and saying, I'm going to affirm now, and this is what it is. No. The most important thing, in my opinion, because this is something that everyone shares, whether they are good at visualizing, whether they're good at scripting, whether they fucking suck at it, everyone has an inner dialogue. And these fucking thoughts will pop up even when you don't think that they will matter, even when you don't think that it matters in terms of your manifestation, just like that grocery store fucking analogy. So this case in point, you pick up the thing, oh, I like this, it feels good, I want to get this. Oh no, the price, you put it back. It's times like those in your daily life. Who are you being? And your thoughts are the biggest indicator of who you are being. So observe the thoughts, do not take them personally, but observe them, because that's your indicator of who you are and who you are being in the naturalness of you being wealthy, how natural it feels in your vessel. You pick the thing up, you don't even look at the fucking price. You're like, I can afford whatever the fuck I want. I'm a multimillionaire. That means that the new belief system has successfully been downloaded, okay? When you're not even thinking about it. And this has nothing to do with feelings. It's like when you're in the moment of doing your 3D activities, even when you're not saying that I'm going to sit and manifest and be aware of my thoughts for 10 minutes and the rest of the day think like shit. No, you have to, and it's going to get easier because remember, as soon as you get rid of that old man belief system, the new belief system is serving you. So your odds are not going to want to change it, okay? You want to keep that going for you. You're going to start to notice that your thoughts are just naturally in alignment with it. And an example I could give you, an area, one of those apps that I told you to write down in the beginning, which one of those apps is running super well? You don't even think about it, right? You don't even worry about it. You just see like, there's some good shit right here. How are you thinking in that area? I guarantee you are not constantly thinking about that app and wondering, do I need to visualize? Do I need to affirm? Do I need to change my thinking? No, because it's who you are. And that's how you tell who the fuck you are, by the way you're thinking when you're not thinking about manifestation, when you're just going about your day. So if you know that you have the greatest relationship of all time and you're like, yeah, my partner's my best friend, we get along, we cool as shit, we always together, like I trust them completely, they trust me completely, right? You're not constantly thinking about it. You accept it, and your natural thoughts, okay, are going to be, oh, I love my partner. Oh, my partner didn't text me back right away. Oh, they must have fell asleep. They must be stuck in traffic. You're not going to start thinking the worst possible scenario in a sector of your experience that you know is going well. Your natural state of being, your odds are not even going to be thinking about it. If your partner does not text you back in 10 minutes and you look at your phone, you're like, oh, yeah, they're probably stuck in traffic. I'll talk to them in a bit when they get home. Boom, that's it. You're not thinking about it. You're not calling 6 motherfuckers saying what you think they're doing. No, you're just like, I'll see them in a bit, because you know that relationship app is solid. So evaluate your apps. Like I said, write it down. Sometimes it can be beneficial to write shit down so you could look at it and you're like, oh, okay, make a little checklist of the things that you like and the things that you want to change, because remember, all this shit is malleable, okay? But take a look at where you are naturally thinking when any of these apps pops up in your life. Just, you're going about your business, but something comes up. How are you thinking? What is your knee-jerk thought? that comes up, because that's going to show you who you are being, who you have believed that you were in that sector of your experience. And if it's something that makes you feel constricted, that you don't like it, it's causing you anxiety, it's causing you anger, it's causing you fucking fear, it's causing you doubt, whatever the fuck shit emotions that are like constricted, homie, you gotta start watching the way that you're thinking, even when you are not consciously watching the way that you're thinking. So you can robotically affirm something, because yes, the techniques build repetition to get you more into the state of being. But in the moment, if you've robotically affirmed for 6 hours every day, but then the moment that app presents itself in the 3D and your thoughts immediately go to shit, those are the most crucial moments, because it's in the moment. Everything is experienced in the moment. So technically it doesn't matter if you affirm for 6 hours. Doesn't matter, because right now the thing is popping up and you feel, oh shit. So I want you to be mindful in every moment, okay? Now, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying yourself, then you don't need to watch your thoughts, and your odds are not going to care, because shit is just flowing, right? The areas, the apps in your life that you don't worry about, okay? You just, right? You just know they're good, they're jiggy prime. Why don't you worry about them? Because you know that they're going good, so there's no reason to worry. Do you see what I'm saying? If you are not worried, you have fucking nothing to worry about. Isn't that fucking trippy? If you are not worried about something, you have nothing to worry about. Question and the answer, the solution and the problem, they're embedded in each other. So a lot of times, if you just say, you know what, fuck this, I surrender. You'll be like, I saw on the cross entering the kingdom of heaven. Say, I surrender. I know this shit is solved. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it. And I definitely ain't gonna stress it, because I'm God and this shit is already solved. That's how you want to treat those thoughts in your daily experience. If a thought comes up that you don't like, even if you're not thinking about that topic, which is, gotta rectify this. Nope, because you're the motherfucker that has it all. You're the motherfucker that is everyone. You're the motherfucker that is everything. So what is there to worry about? Everything comes from your mind. It's all just given to you back in a reflection of tangible nature. So be mindful of how you are thinking in an area, and especially during a now moment when you don't think that you need to be thinking about that. Because I promise you, that's where you're going to see. That's where you're going to see your dominant state of being. What's your knee-jerk thought? If it's something you don't like, you got to work on that, friend.